So I have a confession to make. Lately, over the past few months, I've had an extreme case of a creator's block. I haven't had the motivation and drive to produce as many of the videos as I've done. I have an addiction. Now, the addiction that I've been battling recently is an addiction that a lot of people have. It's an addiction to something that is subtle, but can take up the majority of your free time, and you will love every second of it. This addiction is to video games. Lately, I've been playing this game called Overwatch, which is a first-person shooter, and it is so much fun and amazing, and when you have friends that play it, you can play for hours and let the time just fly by and have fun every single second, unless you're playing in competitive mode and you start losing, and then it can be very frustrating. Defeat? What? I do have a day job, I do have a family, 2 children, which I attend to. Now, on my free time, a few months ago, I was all in with just doing YouTube and nothing else. Reading books, creating summaries, this and that. But I started to feel burnt out. I started to feel exhausted. I started to feel tired of only doing book summaries. Because the reason for creating this channel in the first place was to create brand awareness around my book, 14 Real Life Superpowers, because when I wrote that book in 2015, I didn't have an audience. And it was also because I want to learn video production. Video production and audio production are crafts that I want to learn and master. In 2015, after I wrote my book, I got into music. Because I've always loved the idea of learning music, playing music, so I would use Logic Pro X, I would play around with different EDM loops and sounds and the piano that I have right over here. And the reason why I stopped this routine of waking up at 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning to do music until 6:30 before I go to work was because my day job as a sales representative for this company promoted me to a sales manager, which I'm super grateful for. I learned a lot. However, it crushed my music production habit. And I didn't do anything creative for several months until I got demoted. I went from being a sales manager back to being a sales representative. And when I got that demotion, it was precisely 2 months before I started this YouTube channel, uploading content every single week, which was in October 2016. My initial intention was to create, like I said, brand awareness around my book, build this audience, but it wasn't to sacrifice some of the other interests and hobbies that I have to only read books and create summaries for you guys. Now, I love reading, I will read for the rest of my life, and I like creating book summaries. But there is a watering down of quality when all you're doing is focusing on how many books can I read, how many summaries can I come up with. I was missing some of the core valuable components of reading a book, which is applied action, taking some of the strategies and also the principles that are in the books and applying it to my life for real lasting positive change. There is a moment when you read books where you take time of reflection and you take time to apply those things in your life to become better. And I felt like there was a point that I reached where I stopped doing that, where I would read a book, I would take all the information, I would put it into a video, and I would move on to the next. And I felt like there was almost some limitation of growth. I felt like I wasn't fully digesting the information. I wasn't fully, applying it to my life to become better. And after neglecting for about a year, actually, correct me, over a year, neglecting music production, a lot of times writing as well, because at my core, I also feel like I'm a writer. Been writing since I was a teenager, from poetry books to this personal development book in 2015 to blogs. The only writing I was doing was based on these video scripts. I was taking video scripts, converting it into a blog and putting it on my website, Medium, Facebook, etc. So this creator's block is something that's real, and it's something that is my responsibility. And it has come from neglecting some of the true desires and wants that I have. And I had to take some real self-analysis to realize this. And that's probably why I slipped into procrastinating, focusing on mostly just video games and not doing anything productive and just putting everything in a future tense. Because I had a strong amount of resistance towards creating the next book summary. This channel, I love. I am so grateful for it. I can't believe it's almost at 10,000 subscribers and 500,000 views. I think that's incredible. However, I feel this audience deserves more, and I feel like me as a creator deserves more. So one way that it could become valuable for both of us is if I expand upon this artistic platform and create more than just book summaries. There has to be more to life than just book summaries. Now, I don't know what these new videos are going to be like. I just know that it's something that I want to do. I want to focus more on videos, maybe even more like this, face in front of the camera, because they're a lot easier to produce and a lot easier to come up more frequently. And also, it's a lot easier for you to connect with me and relate to me a lot more by seeing my face and seeing my expressions rather than just being behind, you know, a whiteboard and drawing pictures for you all. So I know this has been a little bit of a rant. Thank you so much if you've listened to all this. I apologize for it, but it is something that I feel like had to happen. I had to vent. I had to express some of the challenges that I've been going through as far as experiencing writer's block, as well as being pretty much addicted to video games on my free time and procrastinating on some things that are priorities. And it really sucks that, you know, for the past couple of years I haven't done any music, but I feel like it's time. It's time to make a change and make positive things happen and start progressing in a direction where I am improving, I am becoming better, and this channel is becoming more valuable for you. If you've been with me this whole time, I'm super grateful for it. I love you for it. Now, I apologize to you all for this rant, or I should say, you know, creator's vent, but I did feel it was a need to give an explanation as to why the upload frequency on this channel hasn't been, you know, the twice a week like it was, you know, several months ago, and it's been like once every 10 days or once every 12 days. And it's me. I've been procrastinating. I have had writer's block, but I have taken actions to overcome that. And this video I felt like was important to do because it was allowed me to release it and also to connect with you guys so you can understand some of the challenges that I've been going through. If you're a subscriber to the channel, thank you so much. I love you for your support. You're the ones that give me that extra little spark to upload and produce content a lot more frequently. And I hope to make it almost a day thing. Like you can see, my hair is kind of long. I'm due for a haircut, which I don't want to do, but being that I do have a job that does require a somewhat of professionalism, I do need to get a haircut. If I only did YouTube, you'll probably see my hair a little bit longer, maybe in a couple different colors, but I'm not at that point yet, and if I'm never at that point, so be it, even though that would be amazing. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And as always, until the next video, remember, always be learning, always be creating, and always be inspired.